Hello and welcome back. Today we are looking at Mag because she has a magnetic personality. There you go, PW. I did a pun just for you. Aren't you proud? Now, originally I wasn't actually going to do a video today, but honestly, I hadn't really touched Mag since her rework, which was some serious time ago now. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to grab her off the shelf, dust her off, see what I actually came up with. And weirdly, the build that I threw on her, I actually thought was pretty good. I did some playing around with some other builds that I've seen on YouTube and Warframe Builder, etc., etc., and some of them are seriously powerful. Like I found like a magnetized build or whatever it's called, and it seriously packs a wallop. The only problem is unless they are coming at you from the direction you are facing, because you've only just about got enough energy to cast it maybe 2 or 3 times. So you've covered 2 areas of approach, and whatever ends up in that magnetized bubble and then you shoot it dies pretty much up to any level that I seem feasible. The problem is it's a 360-degree battlefield, and things come from behind you very quick, and the build itself left very little in way of survivability and etc. 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 And yeah, so unless they literally came at you from a very small alcove, i.e., you camping or in the simulacrum, it was pretty much a useless build. Also, an EV trin was pretty much permanently required. So I did a little bit of looking around, and there was like crush builds and polarized builds, and they all had the same thing in common. Unless you were literally hid in a corner with an EV trin to help you out, you were dead. So, at least that's what I found anyway. I might just suck at this game, to be honest. I've no idea why I do this. It's just for the fun, because I've got nothing else to do with my life. So, anyway, started playing around with Mag, threw this build together, ended up on Hydron, helping out my main man, Mad Metal, because, he's a psycho. On Hydron, got joined by 2 randoms, and they found that my mag was a pretty useful frame to leech off of. I mean, started doing like 20 waves on Hydron, and I was getting between 88 and 96% of the total damage, pretty much wiping out complete waves in a few seconds, etc., etc. And to be honest, I was actually completely taken aback by it, because you cast Polarise twice, and whatever has come into contact with Polarise after casting it twice pretty much has its armour completely stripped. So that means Corrosive Projection isn't really, although it's still a good aura, always recommend, it's not always required. Go for Energy Siphon with Mag, because Polarise, cast it twice, there's their armour gone. Magnetize, as we all know, is an amazing ability. It clumps everything together, does a little bit of DPS over time, as well as buffs the bullets that go in there. And if you're like me, you quite like Mitre, slash proc, viral damage, swirling around a nice big bubble, add quite a bit of punch through so it swirls around a little bit more, and the overall effect is basically just blender, quite fun. Crush is great for just dealing quite a good bit of burst of damage, as well as a good bit of CC. Anything in your immediate vicinity, or depending on what range you have, is lifted up, crushed around a little bit, dropped to the floor. This gives you a chance to escape, etc., 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 while they clamber around. One ability, pretty useless in the damage front, but it does help with maneuvering enemies to where you want them or don't want them. Anyway, onto a little bit of show and tell. This is 6 corrupted heavy gunners at 145. My Mitre literally has 2 mods on it: Rhyme Rounds and Malignant Force. So I have 100% status chance, and I'm dealing viral damage. And yeah, this is 6 of them, and the build I have only has 145 power strength. So this just shows how powerful a magnetized build can be. But you got to admit, at this point, I'm concentrating on them, like picking them apart. Yay, happy days. One of them will probably kill me in 2 shots if it came up behind me. Probably. Because Mag's not the tankiest of frames, which is why I have the Polarize Augment, which some of you probably think is a little bit silly, but hell, 740 health, and it can take you up to about 1000-ish shield, which is quite handy, and it does help you as well as your teammates out. Anyway, the build I am using is, as I've already said, Energy Siphon, because corrosive projection is pointless, Power Drift, Prime Continuity, Constitution, Stretch, Vitality, Shield Transference, Streamline, Intensify, and Primed Flow. Now, you can swap out Intensify for Transient Fortitude for a little bit more damage on your Magnetize, etc., etc., but you've got to remember it does decrease your duration. Anyway, that's for me. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later on. Have fun. Bye.